All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Al-Shawa, Harak HaKodash, the one that's the apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to your elect, which you ought to be. It's your brother Hawaii. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame of looking like heathens, who spirit by witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father, as Yahweh, who the world only calls Jehovah, Jesus, Jehovah or God, and the name of His Son is Yahushua, who the world only calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christos, or Yeshua, or Yehoshua. I got a quick lesson. Any other precepts come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, why you believe in or not. And, it's, I guess you could say it's like an open forum and whatnot and stuff, but at the same time, it is kind of being a little directed. You know what I'm saying? I did a sit down going into be not like Scar from the Lion King, you see. And Scar was envious, you see. And when it came down to Scar, he was seeking for Mufasa's ruin. You got a lot of niggas out here like that and stuff, and you need to be able to peep that shit out. You know what I'm saying? As it says in Sirach 32:8, it's to be one who knoweth and stuff, yet hold his peace. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, I need to cleave onto that myself and whatnot and stuff, because it sure be irritating and stuff. You sometimes want to just, you know, when it come down to the zeal and whatnot and stuff, you ready to just let a motherfucker know, like, look, shut up, shut your ass up. You see, hey, you see this, you see that and stuff. You might find a remedy. They probably don't find it and stuff, but at the same time, they don't want to include your remedy and whatnot and stuff because they ain't think of it and stuff, and it just breeds more problems and more irritation and stuff, you know what I'm saying? There's never no peace, right? But don't be like Scar from Lion King. Yeah, they made him look brown and black and whatnot and stuff. But the thing is that the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who outward appearance of a heathen, we're not the real haters. The real haters and stuff is Esau eating the full blood and spirited Caucasian. You see, and the rest of the heathens and stuff, you know what I'm saying, who know that they're not going to get the promises and whatnot, and that they're going to be ruled over just like they ruling over us. They're haters. You see. Right? And they covet what we have. You see, read Jeremiah 31, starting at verse 31 on down. You see, they hate what we gonna have, right? So this is Exodus 20, and I'm starting at verse 16. It says, "Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor," and that neighbor and stuff is another Israelite. So it shouldn't be no Israelite on Israelite crime. You see, you know, right? Verse 17, it says, and bearing false witness and stuff is pretty much lying on somebody and stuff. So you can make them look like this and look like that and stuff. You shouldn't be doing it. If your attention and stuff is to screw this man's character over and stuff, guess what? That's considered a sin. Verse 17, it says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. So when you go into the word covet, it's the word chamad. It's the chad amad, the da chamad, right? It says to delight in. Greatly beloved, covet, that will use the word, delectable thing, lust, you see, where it's like you don't have it, but you want what somebody else get, you see. So thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, you know what I'm saying, it's like, damn, she do this, she do that and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you over here got that song in your head and stuff, who's that lady? Who's that lady? Sexy lady. But she got a man already. You shouldn't be desiring that. And it tells you that in Sirach the 9th chapter and stuff. You know, not you know, not not let another man's woman and stuff be in your arms, roughly paraphrasing, you see, right? And it says, at all. Don't even go to her at the wine and whatnot. You know why? Because if she over here, I'm sad, my boyfriend ain't doing this, ain't doing that and stuff. And it's like, oh, he shouldn't be doing you like that and stuff. Now you covenant, you over there sitting up here like, nah, I could do better for you and whatnot and stuff. You gonna commit adultery, nigga. Right? So don't do it. You see? It says, Exodus 20 and 17, it says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. It says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. It says, nor his manservant or his maidservant. If he got employees, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. If he a boss, then let him do his thing. Don't worry about what he doing, right? It says, nor his ox, nor his ass, meaning a donkey. It says, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. So don't worry about what somebody else got. Worry about your own shit. You see? Right? Right? Uh, this is Mark 15. Now, sorry, verse 1. I might go to 14. Hold on, bear with me. Let's see what the Spirit is gonna say. All right, so this is Mark 14 and 42. Now it's referring to Judas Iscariot and stuff, but you're gonna see how how I'm gonna do it. So it's Mark 14 and 42. It says, rise up, let us go. Lo, he that betrayeth me is at hand. Now, when it come down to Judas Iscariot and stuff, as you see in 43, Judas Iscariot was lost. And when I say lost and stuff, he was lost when it came down to prophecy. Yahushua was telling him everything about the scriptures and everything about when it came down to prophecy and stuff. And in his mind, it was like, if I make things happen this way, that way and stuff, then the kingdom's gonna come and stuff. And then he didn't know that later down the line and stuff, guess what? It's gonna be that in this time he was gonna have to be reincarnated and stuff and go through the shit and stuff that's happening right now. You see, he didn't know. You see, there's two sons of perdition. You know what I'm saying? You got Esau, Edom, and then you also got Judas Iscariot. You see, they're lost, right? So this is Mark 15, 14 and 43. It says, and immediately while he yet spake, cometh Judas, right? One of the 12, and with him a great multitude with swords and staves from the chief priests and the scribes and the elders. Now understand this, when they come down to the chief priests and the elders and stuff, they was envious of Yahushua. You see, they was coveted of what they was coveting what he had and whatnot and stuff. And the thing is that they weren't satisfied with their own portion. They wanted somebody else's portion. You see, right? So it says, verse 43, it says, and immediately while he yet spake, cometh Judas, one of the 12, and with him a great multitude with swords and staves from the chief priests, those of the circumcision. It says, and the scribes and the elders. It says, and he that betrayeth him had given them a token, meaning a sign. It should say a sign. Signal. There you go. Right? It says, saying, whomsoever I shall kiss, meaning a greeting and stuff. He ain't go over there busting slob with y'all shy and stuff. Ain't no homosexual shit going on, right? It says that same as he take him and lead him away safely. It says, and as soon as he was come, he goeth straightway to him and saith, Master, Master, and kissed him. You see, let's get the word kiss, man, right? Kiss earnestly and stuff, but they wouldn't bust and slop and whatnot and stuff like two homosexual men and women would do. Nah, what that kiss is it's a greeting. You see, just like how the mafia, what are they doing stuff? They do those little kisses and stuff, but at the same time they ain't putting their lips on nobody. It's because it's considered a greeting. That's what they was doing, right? Verse 45. It says, and as soon as he was come, he goeth straightway to him and said, Master, Master, and kissed him. It says, and they laid their hands on him and took him, because the wicked Pharisees, Sadducees, priests, and lawyers and scribes and stuff, they was hating on Yahushua. Well, you're going to see why. Verse 47, it says, one of them that stood by drew a sword, it says, and smote a servant of the high priest and cut off his ear, which actually was Peter. It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, are ye come out as against a thief with swords and with staves to take me? Because they was armed. They was armed. They had nowadays and stuff, what would it be? Somebody would have a little pistol, or they concealed carry. That's why Yahushua is not going to come back as a man and whatnot and stuff. Because anybody and stuff is like, if we take you out and stuff, you know what I'm saying, we gonna need this and need that. They came to Yahushua with swords and stuff in the modern day way and whatnot and stuff. Guess what? They'll be coming out with their guns and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't even care and stuff about the little strap thing that they doing and stuff when it come down to pistol assault rifles and whatnot and stuff. Whatever the fuck that shit is, a little band and shit, right? Right? They'll be coming out there with that and stuff. Like, no, he need to go. He need to go. That's how the wicked of the circumcision and stuff was when it came down to Yahushua doing the right thing. You see, he need to go. He need to go. He need to go. Jake need to go. Jake need to go. And guess what Yahushua was doing? Yahushua was fleeing from them. And most motherfuckers and stuff in this world, guess what? They say, if you run away and stuff, you consider it's a bitch. But Yahushua and stuff, guess what? The Lord was really fond of him and stuff. And guess what? He pleased with him too. He got second in command. And most of the judgment that's happened on the earth and stuff is Yahushua, So, look, if you find yourself in a position where people complain about you and stuff, you know what I'm saying, rejoice. Rejoice. Put a smile on your face. You see? Fuck these niggas. You see? Because if they was like you and whatnot and stuff, they'd be doing the same thing and stuff, because y'all both would have been in the same boat and stuff, but they not. You see? And I'm going to prove that. I'm going to prove it. So, this is Mark 14 and 48. It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, are ye come out as against a thief with swords and with staves to take me? It says, I was daily with you in the temple teaching, and ye took me not. It says, but the scriptures must be fulfilled and stuff. And this is pretty much Yahushua receiving his answer when he prayed to Yahweh and stuff, asking, you know what I'm saying, to take this cup away from me and stuff, which he did 3 times. But guess what? He sees and stuff what he was hoping to escape from. He sees and stuff. Oh, I gotta deal with it. I gotta deal with it. Verse 50, it says, and they all forsook him and fled. It says, and there followed him a certain young man having linen cloth cast about his naked body, and the young men laid hold on him. It says, and he had left the linen cloth and fled from them naked. It says, and they led Yahushua away to the high priest. It says, and with him were assembled all the chief priests and the elders and the scribes. And Peter followed him afar off, even into the palace of the high priest. It says, and he sat with the servants and warmed himself, it says, in the fire. All right, so the thing is that what they do, they apprehended Yahushua. So I'm going to skip to Mark 15 and 1, and I'll read on down. It says, and straightway in the morning, the chief priest held a consultation. So let's get that consultation, right? Subulion, right? Subulion. It says advertisement, specifically a deliberative body that is provincial assessors or lay court, right? So lay court council. So they put them in court. It says with Mark 15 and 1, it says, and straightway in the morning, the chief priest held a consultation with the elders and the scribes and in the whole council, and bound Yahushua Hamashiach and carried him away and delivered him to Pilate. And Pilate was a judge. You see, he was a judge. Just like how you would go to court, he was a judge. Verse 2, it says, and Pilate asked him, art thou the king of Jews? And he answering, said unto him, thou sayest it. You see, you said it, right? Verse 3, that's all he gave to him. It says, verse 3, it says, and the chief priest accused him of many things, but he answered nothing. So, you know, just for a heads up, these people, they sit up here and they say this and they say that and stuff, you know, and you know, in your spirit and stuff, you ready to crack back and stuff and be like, I ain't do this, I ain't do that and stuff. Sometimes not saying anything and stuff, they can't say shit. You know, the scripture says to suffer wrongfully. You see, right? Let them do that shit and stuff. You know why? Because they envious of you. They envious. Because think about it. Yahushua wasn't doing anything. I'm not saying that I'm Yahushua. I'm not saying I'm King David. I'm not saying that I'm anybody who righteous and stuff in the scriptures. I might be wicked and whatnot and stuff. I hope I'm not, though. But what I'm saying is that when you do according to the scriptures, motherfuckers get on your ass. People don't like you. They want to prove that you just as wrong as them. You see? Look, you got to understand that a lot of people out there and stuff, they don't want to change on their own. They want to keep doing whatever stuff that they doing. And the thing is that when they see that you doing the right thing and the Lord is blessing you openly and whatnot and stuff, it's like, I gotta make this individual look just like me and whatnot and stuff. Why? Because they jealous. It's gonna come to it. It's gonna come. You know, they can sit up here and be like, oh, I ain't jealous and stuff. But if you got all these materialistic things and stuff that's more than the individual and stuff that you saying you ain't jealous of, then why the fuck you got a problem with them? Why you got a problem with them? Why you got to go? Why you got to leave? Why you got to do this, that, and the third and stuff? He leaving you alone. Leave him alone. But they can't do it and stuff. Why? Because they jealous. Right? So this Mark 15. And 3 again, it says, and the chief priest accused him of many things, but he answered nothing. And Pilate asked him again, saying, answerest thou nothing? Behold, how many things they witness against thee. But Yahushua yet answered nothing, so that Pilate marveled. Because it's like, ain't nothing I'm going to say. If I say this and stuff, guess what? They going to just crack back and whatnot and say that I'm wrong. So what's the point? Verse 6, it says, now at that feast he released unto them one prisoner whomsoever they desired. It says, and there was one named Barabbas, which lay bound with them that had made insurrection with him, who had committed murder in an insurrection. So this was an individual and stuff who was actually guilty for what he had done. Verse 8, and it says, and a multitude crying aloud began to desire him to do as he had ever done unto them. It says, but Pilate answered them, saying, will ye that I release unto you the king of the Jews? It says, and this is the point, it says, for he knew that the chief priest had delivered him for envy. So look at it this way. You know, I think it's in Psalms 41 and stuff, 41, 47. I think it's 41. And it talks about how, and you know, let me get it. This Psalms 41 and 5. Verse 4, it says, I said Yahweh, right? And if you think I'm lying, that's the Yah, the Ha, the Wa, and the Ha. Look up Assyrian Hebrew, look at modern day Hebrew, you know what I'm saying, right? That's Yahweh. None of this other bullshit that it's saying. It's Yahweh. That's his name. So it says the Lord Yahweh will verse 3 will strengthen him upon the bed of languishing. It says, Thou will make all his bed in his sickness. I said, Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, be merciful unto me, hear my soul, for I have sinned against thee. And we all have sinned. We all have come short of the glory of the Lord. It says, My enemies speak evil of me. We shall when shall he die? I know that shit's happening and stuff right now. It says, and his name perish. You know what I'm saying, right? Verse 6, it says, and if he come to see me, he speaketh vanity. His heart gathereth iniquity to itself. When he goeth abroad, he telleth it. It says, all that hate me whisper together against me, right? Anonymous, I mean, not anonymous, but it's on the same level and stuff as Ezekiel 33 and 30. You see? It says, all that hate me whisper together against me. Against against me do they devise my hurt. You see? Evil. It says, an evil disease say they cleaveth fast onto him. It says, and now that he lieth, he shall rise up no more. So individuals and stuff who's jealous of you, guess what? They're gonna sit up here and be like, he got a disease, because they don't want you dealing with the females. You know what I'm saying? You see? They don't want you dealing with that. They need to destroy you. You know what I'm saying, right? They need to destroy you. And if they can't do that and stuff, guess what? They're gonna get angrier, and more even fucking angry and whatnot and stuff because they jealous. You see? Now here it is and stuff. Guess what? They can get on the bandwagon and stuff and do the same thing as you and stuff, but they want to do their own thing and stuff according to this world and stuff and still be popular. And what the Lord said that He was gonna do is that, where you was being brought to shame and stuff within your captivity and stuff, you're gonna be put in fame and stuff. And most of that fame is not gonna be just famous where it's like, oh, they love me and stuff. It's gonna be a lot of infamy where you famous for something evil because the truth shall be evil spoken of. And if you speaking the truth, then guess what? You gonna be evil spoken of. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, even if, they sitting up here talking bad about you and whatnot and stuff, the thing is that if the Lord is having you and stuff and that's being shown openly and stuff, they gonna get mad. They gonna get mad. They gonna get big mad. They're gonna get big envious, big jealous. They can sit up here and say that they not jealous and whatnot and stuff and name all the materialistic things and stuff, but they got something that no, you got something that they don't have and stuff, and that's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's why when it comes down to how you are and what are you doing and how the Lord is dealing with you and stuff, they want you gone so bad. They want you gone because they envious. You see? So this is Psalms 41. In 8, it says, an evil disease say they cleave it fast onto him. This is King David. It says, and now that he lieth, he shall rise no more. Because they gotta, you gotta, for most people and stuff, you gotta be completely cut out the picture and stuff in order for them to shine. And that's sad as hell, right? So it says verse 9. It says, yea, my own familiar friend in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, have lifted up his heel against me. So guess what? Most of the people, because I seen it, I did my best and stuff to try to change it around. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is my witness. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to sit up here and be like, oh, you trying to lie on this and lie on that. Nah. When I was up Great Millstone, I was talking to the brother Shakaria, and I was sitting up here, and it's like, it's like somebody jealous and whatnot and stuff, but I don't see why they jealous for, what they jealous. And And then, with me not being part of Great Millstone again, I ain't scared to say it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord is either with me or he ain't. I don't give a fuck what anybody saying stuff. He with me or he ain't. It's like that. You know, from the understanding of your wanting and stuff. You worry about shit that you can't fucking control, right? And the thing is like this. I'm gonna do what he says. What did Job say and stuff? He said, even though he slay me and stuff, yeah, I will put. Yet would I put my trust in him? All right, Shalaki. This is Psalms 41:5. It says, "My enemies speak evil of me. When shall he die and his name perish?" Because they want us to go. They want us to go, right? Uh, Probably, start a little up and stuff, but just bear with me. It says, "And if he comes to see me, he speaketh vanity. His heart gathereth iniquity to itself. When he goeth abroad, he telleth it." It says, "All that hate me whisper together against me. Against me do they devise my hurt. An evil disease, say they, cleaveth fast unto him." It says, and now that he lieth, he shall rise up no more and stuff. So you gonna have motherfuckers who hate. They gonna hate, man. Mind your business and whatnot and stuff, and they gonna hate that you do that. That you ain't nosy like them. You see? Because misery loves company, as it says in Baruch, the fourth chapter in the Apocrypha. You see, and Baruch was the scribe of Jeremy, right? And Jeremy is Jeremiah. You see, linking the Bible up with the Apocrypha. Verse 7, it says, "All that hate me whisper together against me." Right? So what are they doing? Whisper is the word lachash, and it says to whisper, to mumble. It says to mumble a spell as magician. You know what I'm saying? So guess what they doing? They putting curses on you. They into their witchcraft and whatnot and stuff, or they voodoo if they fuck around to be a Levite or a Simeonite or any tribe and whatnot and stuff and know their own personal curses that they placed upon people. You know what I'm saying? Now when it come down to us, we put curses and whatnot and stuff, but really what it is that we just casting our burdens upon the Lord and stuff, because it's up to him if he gonna do it or not. But when it come down to them and whatnot and stuff, hey, the power they curse and stuff is literally just all upon them. You see? And they sit up here and be like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They not looking for an entity and stuff. They looking for themselves and stuff to be powerful, to be able to do this and do that and stuff. You see, and these people and stuff. Guess what? They hate us. All you gotta do is mind your business. You even got people out there and stuff who want to try to make themselves look more righteous and whatnot and stuff. So they'll do some bullshit that they knowing that you gonna react to. You know what I'm saying? And then when you react to it and stuff, you look crazy and stuff, but they look innocent. Hey, guess what? That charity and stuff is fake. It's not going to be profitable because you being fake. You really ain't suffering stuff wrongfully and stuff. You being fake. You see? So this is Psalms 41:9. It says, "Yea, my own familiar friend in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, have lifted up his heel against me." And that's what happened when it came down Yahushua. Because if even though they was wicked and stuff, right? The thing is that they was of the circumcision, so they should have known and stuff what they was supposed to do and stuff when it came down to it. But they was on that vainglory. They cared about niggas looking at them a certain type of way, bitches looking at them a certain type of way and stuff. You see, as you see in IUIC and whatnot and stuff, they going for the fame and whatnot. And the thing is that they sat up here and came against those and stuff who was speaking this truth. I'm over here listening to Holcomb and whatnot and stuff. Judite, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that, he made this statement and stuff. He was saying that the truth, hurt a lot of motherfuckers and stuff. And the thing is that it does. It does. People don't like to get told on their shit. You see, and you really according to this world and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because everything is backwards. When somebody's call you a bad motherfucker and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be used in good tense. If you in that situation and stuff, to think, or if somebody is calling you that and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you will be considered a bad motherfucker. Like they say bad bitch and stuff, and they try to say that it's good. If you a bad motherfucker and stuff, you know what I'm saying, guess what? You a person who uh uh with no harm can touch you. You see, and I'm talking about verbally. You see, we can all get touched when it come down to the materialistic things and stuff, but then if that doesn't destroy our spirit and stuff, motherfuckers gonna look at you as a bad motherfucker, in a good sense though. You see, everybody should know that, right? And we gonna have a lot of people and stuff that's gonna be seeking to try to destroy us. You see, they ain't gonna be on the bandwagon. They ain't gonna sit up here and be like, "I'm gonna join him." You know, shit. I learned that from PBS Kids. You know what I'm saying? You know, when it come down to Arthur and whatnot and stuff, what he say? He's like, if you can't beat him, join him. You see, and you can't beat this. You can't beat this. You could be the most baddest game banger, the most baddest, I'm gonna say it, cartel. You could be baddest motherfuckers and stuff, but at the same time, you not gonna measure up to the faith that a man of the Lord and stuff is gonna have. You can't measure up to it. So we don't care what you do, we don't care what you say, we don't care how you want to look towards us and stuff. We don't care about it. Lord said and stuff, we just gonna get defamed and whatnot and stuff. So that just further makes us prove that, I mean, makes us understand that the proof of the Bible and stuff is legit. You see? So if motherfuckers want to come up against us, let them come against. Let them put more blood upon their hands. Let them put more blood upon their hands. And I'm not trying to speak pridefully and whatnot. If anybody thinks so and stuff, you know, I'm content with what I got and stuff. But I'm saying like this: when it come down to it and stuff, and you hating on me, but I'm doing my thing and stuff for my power and whatnot and stuff, and you disagree, how in the world would I be an enemy? How can I be an enemy when I'm doing my own thing and not messing with your shit? You see? Verse 9 again, it says, "Yea, my own familiar friend," right? Those who know about this word, 144, look at that. It says, "In whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, had lifted up his heel against me. But thou, O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yashai, be merciful unto me and raise me up that I may requite them. It said, by this I know that thou favorest me. It said, because my enemy doeth not triumph over me." You can't win. You niggas can't win. You put us in jail and stuff. The scripture says that righteous men gonna go through that. You try to kill us and stuff. The scripture says that righteous men gonna go through that. You try to defame us and whatnot and stuff. It says that righteous men shall go through that. So we win. We win regardless. What are you doing? Wasting your time. And here it is. What you can do is that you can sit up here and be like us and go through the trenches. You thought you went to the trenches. Nah. You know what I'm saying? You go through the trenches when you know about the truth. You know, let's look at that and stuff. If you know, you sit up here and be like, before I went through the trenches, I was killing, I was doing this, I was shooting people and whatnot and stuff, whatever. But the thing is that until you come to the truth, that's the real trenches. This is when you become an enemy to everybody when your morals is right and theirs is wrong. Where your family come after you. When your friends and your peers come after you. When motherfuckers you don't know come after you and try to fuck you up. You see? We in the trenches. We in the trenches right now and stuff. And when it comes down to it and stuff, it's like this. These motherfuckers, these people, they envious. They gotta be. What else is there? Nigga, I don't know you, you don't know me. But why you got a problem? They envious. Lord has you set up some type of way and stuff where you gonna live like this, down the third and stuff. And they over there like, he got it easy and whatnot and stuff. But at the same time, you don't know his suffering and stuff of having less than you. You don't even know that. You just sitting up there and he got it easy. No, he don't. No, he don't. You never think about that and stuff because the Lord ain't fucking with you enough so you could be able to see it. And you over there sitting up there getting jealous and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Being a straight goofy. Straight goofy. Right? So this is Mark 15. Bear with me. It's Mark 15 and 14. It says, then Pilate, no, I'm sorry, verse 10. It says, for he knew, well, verse 9. It says, but Pilate answered them, saying, will ye that I release unto you the king of the Jews? It says, for he knew that he knew, right? Hold on, let's check that out. Clearly expressed, aware, feel, have knowledge, perceive, right? Understand. So verse 9 it says, but Pilate answered them, saying, will ye, meaning you, that I release unto you the king of the Jews? Right? Because they was mocking him on that. Verse 10 it says, for he knew that the chief priest had delivered him for envy, ill will, as distraction, that is jealousy, spite, envy. So they had a problem with Yahushua. And Yahushua, what was he doing? He was running away and stuff, which most of you guys call, I know it's the second time, most of you guys calling stuff bitch assness. If a motherfucker run from you when it come down to a fight and stuff, y'all call that individual a bitch. Y'all call him a bitch. Look at that bitch ass nigga ran and whoop the whoop. But yeah, how was shine stuff finna get more than any of you niggas and stuff who think that way. You see? And it says he applied to Isaiah 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of the times, the strength of salvation. You see? Yeah, Shai had the power and stuff to whoop ass and whatnot and stuff. You see? Hey, shit, the zeal, the zeal was overwhelming and whatnot and stuff. What he do? He whipped niggas and stuff in the temple. You see? But he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong at all. He wasn't sitting up there, damn, they getting a whole bunch of money and stuff. And I'm finna put my hands on them. That's how you niggas believe. This new age nigga shit and stuff. That's how you all believe. That's how you all feel and whatnot. And when somebody address you on your shit and stuff, you all get mad. Y'all don't change. You don't sit up here and consider. Y'all sit up here and be like, I'm finna put my hands on this motherfucker because he revealed exactly what I did want to be known and whatnot and stuff. So therefore, I'm gonna sit up here and put my hands on him. That's some bitch ass nigga shit. That's some cowardly ass shit. That's cowardly. If you don't like what I'm talking about and stuff, guess what? Never listen to the video ever again. You can always do that. I don't give a fuck about views. I'm going to do my work. Right? So it says Mark 15 and 10. It says, for he knew, this is Pilate the judge, right? It says, for he knew that the chief priests, those of the circumcision, those who knew of the word, right? And that don't just mean those who are teachers. That also means those who believe too. So if you believe and you looking at it, it's like, man, that nigga goofy and whatnot and stuff, you need to check yourself. And it goes the same way for me and whatnot and stuff when it come down to believers and stuff who more newly and stuff than I am. You see? It says, had delivered him for envy, right? It says, but the chief priest moved the people that he should rather release Barabbas unto them. And Pilate answered and said again unto them, what will ye then that I shall do unto him whom ye call King of the Jews? They was underneath for strong delusion. Verse 13, it says, and they cried again, crucify him. And it says in Matthew's, crucify him, crucify him, let his blood be upon our heads and our children's heads, meaning that the people that was convinced, you know what I'm saying, that Yahushua was a criminal, you know what I'm saying, that the wicked Pharisees, Sadducees, priests, and lawyers, wicked of the circumcision and stuff, convinced them to think that way and stuff. They pretty much claimed that they claimed the death of Yahushua and stuff, you see, an innocent man. And it says, verse 12, it says, and Pilate answered and said again unto them, what will ye then that I shall do unto him whom ye shall call the King of the Jews? It says, and they cried again, crucify him. Then Pilate said unto them, why, what evil have he done? And they cried out the more exceedingly, crucify him. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the wicked of the circumcision, when they was going through the midst of the crowd and whatnot and stuff, and they was putting them buzzwords, you know what I'm saying, you know, and a provocative words and stuff upon them and stuff. Guess what? They weren't doing sound judgment and stuff, because what it says in Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, it says, know the whole matter. They was one-sided in judgment, and you find that shit in court, you see, and you find that shit and stuff amongst niggas. You see? That's why they get on the phone and call they boys and talk shit about a nigga and stuff, because they know that they boys is gonna sit up here and understand them, because they know them. They don't know the nigga that they complain about. You see? That's one-sided judgment and shit. And that's exactly what was going on. But what happened? They cursed themselves. They cursed themselves in the actions that they was doing. You see? You know? The scriptures do talk about think upon anything before you do it. Don't be impulsive. Well, guess what? A lot of men are impulsive. That street cred, or I fight a nigga first and stuff, and then I ask questions later and whatnot. Later and whatnot and stuff. You know, they take pride in that and stuff. But guess what? That's a dumb mind frame to be upon. And I'm gonna call you dumb. I'm gonna call you stupid. You see? I'm gonna call you stupid. You don't think about shit. You see? And then if you an individual and stuff, it's like, I'm thinking about trying to mess this person up and whatnot and stuff. You don't know who that person is. Just because you got disdain for them and stuff doesn't mean that Yahweh and Yahweh Shai have disdain for them. You never know about that. See, what you men and women and children don't think about is that you don't fucking consider. It's a possibility that this individual, I probably don't like him. He probably a little too blunt. He probably a little too forward. But at the same time, it's a good chance that he might be party elect. Scripture says be at peace with all men if possible and stuff, right? And the thing is that if possible, it's not based on your irritation. Because you should be able to control that and check that and stuff, and know that it's Satan and stuff fucking with you, so you can shut that shit down and stuff, so you can maintain peace. But a lot of you all got that little nigga spirit. I don't care what your authority is and stuff, or whatever gang that you in. A lot of you all got that little nigga spirit. Y'all grown little niggas, grown little niggas. You see? And when somebody address you and whatnot and stuff, you catch a problem and whatnot. That's little nigga spirit energy. You see? Motherfucker don't have to get fucking old and stuff to understand common sense when it come down to the world and how people work, this, that, and the third. Nah, a lot of you all got that little nigga spirit. You see? And I had to come out of that shit myself. So I understand. I have the experience. I understand what that little nigga spirit does. You become impulsive. You want to show your strength and stuff by physical force and whatnot and stuff. That's little nigga spirit. You are not in a position of being a leader. Not yet. Not yet. Right? So this is Mark 15 and 14. It says, Then Pilate said unto them, Why? What evil have he done? Guess what? You're going to have people and stuff that's going to look for evil on you. They're going to look for it. They're going to search for it. Depending on their power and stuff, they gonna cinch. They gonna search for it. Cinch. They gonna search for it. You see, men, women, children. It don't matter. They gonna do it because they hate your ass, right? So it says, and they cried out again, crucify him. Then Pilate said unto them, Why? What evil have he done? And they cried out the more exceedingly, crucify him. And the scriptures talk about to be thou blameless. We are faith-based Israelites and whatnot and stuff. And if you can't correlate with that and stuff, you can kiss my ass. You see? And it says verse 15, it says, and so Pilate, because you're gonna have people out there and stuff. It's like, look, he did wrong, he did wrong, he wicked. Then they try to develop a justification for themselves to be like, now guess what? I have a reason to kill you and whatnot. But guess what? A lot of these people and stuff, guess what? They don't even believe in the truth. See, you got a lot of people and stuff who be on that, we gonna fight fire with fire and whatnot and stuff, but then you don't even believe in the fire that you using. You fucking hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Now, you have people out there who are hypocrites and stuff. I even became a hypocrite and stuff at a point, but the thing is that I seek to change it. A lot of you all and stuff don't seek to change it and stuff. Y'all just want to point the finger and claim names and put titles on people and stuff, right? When you ain't even trying to change yourself and whatnot and stuff, you see? Right? So this is Luke 15. Just in case people call me a hypocrite and stuff, I don't care and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna change for the Lord. I'm gonna do the best that I can when it come down to the Lord and stuff. I don't need to change for you. You know what I'm saying? Now, even though the scriptures do say that I became all things for the elect's sake and stuff, the thing is that if I'm seeking to please you, how about Shemi Shai and stuff, then guess what? You all will be pleased too. Or y'all just gonna be some hating ass motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that the Lord gonna bless me openly. You know what I'm saying? He could do the same thing with you and stuff, but you be too worried about me or worry about anybody else and stuff who cut your ass on the things that you be doing and stuff. If you don't like it and stuff, then guess what? You better fucking change, because guess what? These missiles on the way. What are you gonna do? Why would you sit up here and be bitching about another nigga and shit and how he roam and this, that, especially if you got a girl, especially if you got kids and whatnot, or you got a family? Why would you be bitching about what another motherfucker doing and stuff, knowing that missiles is on their way? You all don't got no bunker. Y'all got a basement that you're gonna try to run into and stuff. They ain't gonna do shit. And then there's turmoils and stuff that comes with all that and stuff before the missiles come. And you worried about some individual and stuff who telling you about what the fuck you supposed to be doing stuff so you can escape those fucking missiles. And I know I'm using a lot of profanity and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But none of the stuff that I'm talking about and stuff, or the words that I'm using and stuff, is unholy. That's what real profanity means, unholy. So what I'm saying is this: get your shit together. Stop worrying about somebody else and whatnot and stuff. Worry about yourself, because in the end all be all, guess what's going to be? It's going to be, did you get yourself correct or not? think about it like this and stuff. There's gonna be a lot of wicked individuals and stuff when it come down to you men. A lot of you all gonna die and whatnot and stuff. And guess what? Your female is gonna be having sex with some other man and stuff because you weren't fit for her. What about that? Worry about that. You see? As it says in Second Ezra 16, 33 and 34. Right? And then Romans the 7th chapter, 1 through 3. So this is Mark 15 and 14. It says, Then Pilate said unto them, Why, what evil have he done? And they cried out the more exceedingly, Crucify him. So they weren't trying to hear nothing. They was like, he gotta die, he gotta die, he gonna die. Jake dead, Jake dead, Jake dead. It says verse 15. It says, and so Pilate willing to content the people, release Barabbas unto them, and deliver Yahushua when he had scourged him to be crucified. And the soldiers led him away into the hall called Praetorium. Praetorium. It says, and they called together the whole band, the army. It says, and they clothed him with purple and plaited a crown of thorns and put it about his head, right? And it says, and began to salute him, Hail, King of the Jews, which they shouldn't have done that. Verse 19, it says, and they smote him on the head with a reed. And verse 18, it says, and began to salute him, Hail, King of the Jews. And the scripture says that there is one who has sat upon the ground and was not thought of, who wore the crown. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai, they didn't look at him as being part of the elect or the first fruit. But he was. Look at all the many martyrs and whatnot and stuff, you see. You know, Antipas, Enoch. Well, he ain't see death, but he got translated and stuff. He just got pulled out of his body. But you know, you had a lot of individuals and stuff where they want they it's like they had to be put to death and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is that precious in the sight of the Lord, the death of his saints, as it says in Psalms 116 and 15, I believe. Or 115 and 16, one of those, right? They was hating on him, and yet he made it. He was one of those. You see? See, the one thing is going to be this. The 144,000 was consisted of 12,000 men, the 12 tribes of Israel, the government body, and the rest of the 1/3 who consist of men, women, children, who are Israelites who believe, no matter how they look, who convert, keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of their ability, mingle with faith, repenting every day and not cherry picking what they want to repent on, and repent on in a timely fashion on the Lord's time before it's too late, who was predestined from the beginning, who put on as the elect. The thing is that they not finna move like the rest of these people. You see? These people won't sit up here and try to find anything that they can against you and whatnot and stuff. You see? But the Lord said don't do that. So guess what's going to happen when it comes down to those who believe in the Lord? They're not going to do it. You ain't going to see somebody hating and stuff like, damn, why he had to get with that girl. Nah, you ain't going to see that when it comes down to the elect. All right, so this is Mark 15 and 17. It says, and they verse 16, it says, and the soldiers led him away into the hall called Praetorium. Praetorium. It says that they called together the whole band, the army. It says, and they clothed him with purple and plaited a crown of thorns and put it about his neck. I mean, about his head, right? You have everybody seen the Passion of Christ, right? We already know. Verse 18, it says, and began to his name ain't Christ. That's Mashayak. This is Ma, the Shah, the Yah, and the Cha, Mashayak, which means anointed. You see, and it says, and they clothed him with purple and plaited a crown of thorns and put it about his head and began to salute him, Hail King of the Jews. They was making fun. It says, and they smote him on the head with a reed and did spit upon him. So they spit upon him. Right now, today, if you get spit upon and stuff, I'm not saying you talking and stuff and some spit actually fly out your mouth onto somebody and stuff. That's you spit on somebody and stuff, right? That's assault. And it says in bowing their knees worshiped him. It says, and when they had mocked him, right? Let's get the word mock. It says to jeer at, that is deride, mock, make fun of, right? It says, and when they had mocked him, they took off the purple from him, and because purple means royalty. It says and put his own clothes on him and led him out to crucify him. And they compelled one Simon, a Syrian. It says Cyrenan, right? It says who passed by coming out of the country, the father of Alexander and stuff, and Rufus, to bear his cross. You know what I'm saying, right? Pretty much, the tree that they was gonna hang your house shy on and stuff, they had somebody else help him out. You see, right? Verse 22, it says, and they bring him onto the place of Golgotha, which is being interpreted the place of skull. And they gave him to drink wine mingled with myrrh, saying, to take the pains away, to numb you down, right? It says, but it's like a sedative. It says, but he received it not. It says, and when they had crucified him, they parted his garments, casting lots upon them. It says, and every man should take. And you got a group of niggas and stuff, they see what you got and stuff. It's like, I'm going to take his bracelets. I'm going to take his ring. I'm going to take his pants. I'm going to take his shoes. I'm going to take his coat. A bunch of goofy ass niggas, bro. Right, verse 25, it says, and it was the third hour, and they crucified him. It says, and the superscription of his accusation was written over the King of the Jews. But he was the King of the Jews. He is the King of the Jews. Like it not was a word. He is the King of the Jews. You see, it was an omen known. You know what I'm saying, right? His name, Yah, meaning he, how was Shai deliver. You know what I'm saying? And who was he going to deliver and stuff? His people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a king does when it comes down to his people being in turmoil or in trouble. You see? That's what a king does. They deliver their people. You see? And it says, verse 27, it says, and with him, I'm not Yahushua. Just to put it out there. Verse 27 says, and with him they crucified two thieves, the one on the right hand and the other on his left. And the scripture was fulfilled, which saith, and he was numbered with the transgressors. You see, and transgression is this. It's 1 John 3 and 4. It said, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is a transgression of the law. So they sat up here and was like, you're a sinner. You're a sinner. You're a sinner. You're a sinner. And they wasn't trying to have no mercy on that and stuff, you see. You had the wicked of the circumcision and stuff. They was trying to trap him up in his words and stuff. They was trying to find anything, you know. Matthew's the 26th chapter and stuff, or 26 or 20. I think it's 26. It's 26. 26th chapter and stuff, where it was like they found a woman and stuff in the midst of committing adultery, so she was fucking somebody else beside her man, and they was like, what you gonna do on to her and stuff? And he gave her forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? And they was sitting up there like, we gonna kill you. Why did you give this woman forgiveness and stuff? We gonna kill you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't right. That's how they looked at him. But he was bringing mercy on the people. You see? He had spiritual powers and stuff, you know what I'm saying? The Lord was blessing him openly and whatnot and stuff, and they was envious of him. And you got a lot of people out there that's like that. Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian. They could be fucking all 12 tribes. They could be Israelites and stuff who have the appearance of other heathens and stuff. They gonna be mad. What's the main turmoil and stuff that a nigga has for another nigga and stuff? A nigga, a man that's being better than you, that you putting yourself or placing yourself to be in competition with and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the hatred of a man. Jealousy, envying, covetousness. You see? You could be a motherfucker who have more money and stuff than somebody else and stuff, but then be looking like how their life is more subtle and they don't have to go through this and go through that like you got to go through and stuff. You can get jealous of that. You can get jealous of that. Like, look, I'll say this. You got people out there and stuff that be like, oh, he don't get no bitches and whatnot and stuff. But then at the same time, he don't have to deal with the trouble that comes with bitches. And then the person and stuff who's saying is like, look, he don't get no bitches. He got to deal with and say if he get the bitches and whatnot and stuff or the females and whatnot, don't trip, don't trip. If you ain't a bitch, don't fill up them shoes. So it's like this. Uh, if he get all the girls and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, he still get mad at the one who don't get no girls and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because he don't have to deal with the drama, the problematic situations and whatnot. He don't have to deal with that and stuff. So therefore he'll be envious or jealous or covetous and stuff of his life because it's like he don't have to go through that shit and stuff. But look, a lot of you niggas out there and stuff is like this. You want certain things for yourself. So guess what? You gonna have to take on the stuff that comes with it and whatnot. If somebody else and stuff ain't getting it, you know what I'm saying, like that, don't get mad because they get more freedom than you. You put that shit on yourself. You want more bitches, guess what? You get more problems. You want more money, you get more problems. You see? So if somebody is content with what they have and whatnot, don't get mad at them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because look, you wouldn't deal for it. You wouldn't deal for it. You would need more and stuff. And that's exactly why you acquired it for yourself. So why would you be hating on somebody else and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Because they got less than you. Don't that shit usually be backwards? Shouldn't the person who got less than you, shouldn't the person who got less than you and stuff be hating on you and stuff because you got more? But why is it backwards and stuff? Because you a hater. You see? You're a goofy ass nigga and whatnot and stuff, and you don't even know how goofy you is and whatnot and stuff, especially if your materialistic and stuff outshine the person and stuff that you got a problem with. You see? We building up in this spiritual gift and whatnot and stuff that the Lord is going to bestow upon us. We can't attain it for ourselves. We got to wait for it to be given. So what are you mad for? Stop being on that whole ass nigga shit, right? And then even for you females and whatnot, you get mad at females and stuff who do right and stuff. Guess what? Cain killed his brother because Abel did right and Cain didn't and stuff. And a lot of you niggas got that same spirit and stuff. You know, shit. Hey, I'm gonna say it like this. I hope you ain't. But it might look like that a lot of you all might be fucking tares. Well, y'all are really heathens and stuff, even though the father was black or had brown skin. You see? A lot of you all trip a little bit too hard and stuff for y'all to be Jake, man. Y'all ass be tripping. Y'all be tripping, man. Y'all be tripping. Ain't nobody bothering you. Ain't nobody fucking with you. Ain't nobody dealing with you. But you mad at this man's life and whatnot. Stay the fuck out of his business. You hard-headed pieces of shit and whatnot and stuff. And if you ain't a piece of shit and you ain't hard-headed and stuff, how about you prove it then? Stay the fuck out of somebody else's business and worry about your own shit. Because that's what it says in Philippians 2:12. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Work out your own, not somebody else's, your own. I'm not gonna get blamed for your fuck ups, nor would you be blamed for my fuck ups and stuff. Ezekiel 18 and 20 and stuff. So work out your own. And then for you women, just because you have a baby and stuff doesn't mean that you got an easy peasy way and stuff of getting in the kingdom. That don't mean nothing. Because that child could be wicked. Or that child could be righteous and whatnot, and the child get saved and whatnot, but your actions and your deeds and stuff as a woman will be wicked and whatnot and stuff. And guess what? You wouldn't get saved, but the father and the child does. But the father and the child does. You see? You never thought about that, did you? Well, I'm telling you. You got no easy way into the kingdom. Just because you had sex with that man don't mean you're going to have an easy way into the kingdom. It's not happening. And if you think I'm lying and stuff, read the scriptures. Read it. I can have sex with a Hispanic woman and stuff and make all of Issachar angry as hell and whatnot and stuff. And the thing is that if she a wicked ass bitch, she ain't getting saved. If I do the right thing and the Lord put in my spirit and stuff to do the right thing and stuff, and he saved me, she ain't gonna get saved with me either. So look at it this way. Ezekiel the 14th chapter, it says, even though Job, Noah, and Daniel were in it, they should save their own soul by their own righteousness and whatnot and stuff. So that means that when it comes down to it, just because you fucking this female and stuff doesn't mean that she gonna get saved too. She might be a lousy bitch. And if she don't change from those ways and stuff, she ain't coming with you. You just gonna be going up there on your own. You see? Ain't no what they call it and stuff, you know what I'm saying, when they got kids already. Oh, this is a package deal and whatnot and stuff. Ain't no package deal when it come down to salvation. If you and your children are destroyed by those other niggas that you had them with and whatnot and stuff, guess what? They gonna get destroyed, you gonna get destroyed. But if I do right according to the Lord, he gonna save me, bitch. And guess what? I'm not gonna vouch for you. Because if I sit up here and be like, look, do this, do that, and the third and stuff so you can save yourself and whatnot, because I understand that's the predicament that you had to be in, then guess what? If you ain't trying to listen to me and stuff, you screwed, bitch. I'm finna get up out of here. And I'm not finna sit up here and be like, no, I want to be with my woman and stuff. Hell no. Because if I'm on some righteous stuff, guess what's going to happen and stuff? You're going to be against me. You're going to show yourself as being the enemy and stuff. So if for you women, y'all want to get saved, you need to be doing right and stuff when it come down to your husband, come down to your boyfriend and whatnot. If that nigga trying to cause you to do some shit that's outside the Bible and stuff, don't do it. You can say no. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if it's lawful and he wants you to do it and stuff, then fucking do it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Reverence your husband. The reason why it says reverence your husband and stuff is because you consider he can break up with your ass. Fuck this world. Fuck what the system talking about. According to the Bible, he can break up with your ass and whatnot and stuff and have a good reason. As it says in Sirach 25, the last chapter, I think it's 26, 25, 26. And it says, if she goes not according to how you want her and stuff, break her off and give her the bill of divorcement. And now these days and stuff, you got to also, because women be like, they looking for a sheet of paper. No, bitch. All I got to do is be like, look, I don't want to fuck with your ass no more. You can say, oh, he wicked and stuff. If he wicked and stuff, that should be like fine tuning or a light bulb amongst your head and stuff where it's like, I shouldn't be with this nigga and stuff. But no, you trying to get your way. What happens is this. It's like, look, I don't have to be with your ass no more and stuff because you ain't doing what I say. You see? And guess what? Everything is lawful. Everything is being said and stuff the way that it's supposed to be and whatnot and stuff. You know, I ain't trying to make you commit no wickedness because I ain't trying to commit no wickedness. But the thing is that if you don't do what I say and stuff within righteousness and stuff, guess what? I can let you go. Because the man has more power over the woman. Fuck society. Society fucked you women up and you see it. So when it comes down to it and stuff, obey me, or you get destroyed. Because disobedience of you being a woman towards your man and stuff can get you destroyed, because that's disobedience in the eyes of the Lord. Hey, look, we ain't making the rules for all you women out there and stuff. It's like I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. We ain't make the rules. We just follow them. And guess what? We love them things and stuff when it comes down to that stuff being in our favor and stuff. Because look at life. Life is bogus as hell towards us. So fuck you, fuck y'all, you know what I'm saying, who believe that this world should be the way how it needs to go and stuff, that Jeremiah 31:22 need to go on for. Fuck you. Any female and stuff that slide up and stuff and she gonna obey me and whatnot and stuff, guess what? You gonna be chosen over. You're gonna be chosen over. I don't care how long the experience is. If I can have more peace with her than you and stuff, guess what? You're gonna be number 2 and not number 1. You see? So I hope this video was edifying. I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Habakkuk, double honors to apostles, a great millstone, and citations to your elect, which you ought to be. Shalom, wa Baba Ball, Kwame Yashua. And once again, a lot of you niggas and stuff are just mad and stuff that you can't do this because you know that she gonna be on some bullshit with you. You know she gonna be on some bullshit with you. But guess what? You can fight that shit. You can fight it. I ain't gonna tell you how and stuff because now she got arms against you. No, you find out for yourself. You know, you can get out that jam. Or if not, talk to me. All you gotta do is talk to me. And if I don't got the answer, I'll lead you to a person and stuff who got the answer and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Where you can keep it personal amongst yourself so your woman won't get the high up on high up on high up triumph over you. Because really a man's supposed to control a woman. And I got you. I'm not on no bullshit like most motherfuckers think. I want the kingdom to come and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I want to have a whole bunch of females and whatnot and stuff and not never hear their mouth about me dealing with one female more than them. You see? I want that. And I'm pretty sure you want it too and stuff. That's why you're trying to create your harem and stuff on this side right now. You see? But guess what? They can know about each other and not trip. And that's coming in the kingdom. And that's what I'm going for. Fuck this place. I'm not trying to deal with it come down to this place. I'm seeking for the kingdom. I'm tired of seeing asphalt and concrete and stuff and shit bouncing up in the joints and whatnot, and knowing this and knowing that and stuff. It makes shit fucking worse because you know about it. I ain't trying to deal with that shit no more. I'm trying to make it in the kingdom, and ain't none of you all gonna stop me. Shalom.